Okay, y'all. So, happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is well. I am taking time to be outside. It's the nice sunset. So, I decided to be by the piers since I had to stop by the airport to drop my guy off. And I decided to be outside to talk to y'all. So, I apologize if you hear any stuff in the background. But when I was a little kid, I was 5 years old. My birthday came around and my parents did not give me a birthday. I don't even know if they did anything for a birthday. Maybe they just said happy birthday, and I wasn't having it. I was like, this is not what I want. I'm not going to turn 6 until I have a birthday party. And so I don't know why I was like that, but anywho, my birthday was in April. I didn't have a birthday party until October. And sure enough, they made sure that I got everything that I wanted. They had the cake. They took me to the zoo. I was able to have all my family come over and celebrate my birthday just as though it was April 25th. And that just reminded me about how stubborn and determined and fierce I was. And so when we're kids, we have our initial personalities. We're always like, we know who we are. And so as life goes, we are conditioned to accept certain things. Maybe traumatic things happen. Maybe, because I know I grew up in a family that was like, do as I say, not as I do. So I was forced to put my needs aside to be a team player for the sake of family. Maybe I had to take away, what is it? Because I know, like, even when I was thinking about going to college, and my grandmother asked me, like, hey, what do you want to do for school? And I was like, all I love to do is dance. And so I was like, well, maybe I think I'll just probably major in dance. And so next thing I know, my grandmother had my grandfather call me and tell me, like, hey, maybe you should just be a pharmacist instead. Don't dance, but you can dance in your spare time, but just do something to support yourself. And so although they meant well, it kind of made me doubt myself. It kind of made me go against what felt good to me on the inside. And so if I would have been that same determined little 5-year-old or 6-year-old girl that I was when I was getting ready to go to college, I may have gone through dance, and granted, my life would have been completely different, but it did not. I ended up going to school for exercise science instead, thinking I was going to do physical therapy. But once I graduated, I was just like, I don't like school. Like, this ain't it. I'm gonna wait till I find something that I'm truly passionate about to go back to school. And so, sorry, make sure the door is locked. So anywho, there will be times in your life where you will feel a disconnect from yourself. You will feel uneasy. You'll feel anxious. You'll feel like something just isn't right. And you will not be able to feel fulfilled or feel complete until you act on those passions, until you're able to figure out what your passions are, where your purpose is. Because I know there are people who have good jobs, who have a family, who feel like, yes, I should be happy right now, but for some reason I do not feel happy, and they do not know why, because they're like, I'm here doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing everything that my family would want. I'm doing, I feel successful, but I am not happy. And that is partially because you are not really looking for your passions. And you will always, at the end, if you always react or act on your true feelings if you always act on your intuition, your internal guidance, instead of relying on everybody else. That's why I'm not a big person to go into forums and just ask random people for advice. I know I joined some stress anxiety groups, and just some of the questions that people ask, like, I'm just like, go to your doctor. Like, why are you, like, just go to a professional. Like, why are you asking random people? Like, and even people nowadays who just don't feel confident, who always need reassurance, like, oh, I don't know, who always ask questions and feel insecure and always need to get that outward validation. That will never make you feel complete. That will never make you feel fulfilled until you are able to really know what is right. Like, would you rather just go around asking people questions and answers, or would you rather understand what it is you want? And so when you come from a part of knowing what it is you want, it'll be a lot easier to get what you want. And a lot of times people are just going through the motions of life and not really having a purpose, not really know what they want. And so sometimes they may be at standstills at life because they're stuck in indecisions and they're not sure what's right because they have a passion. But on the other hand, they may be fearful. But as soon as they make a decision on what they want, on this is what I want, this is what I'm going to get, this is like 5-year-old Amber who will not turn 6 until she gets her birthday party, you will not feel fulfilled and you'll not feel complete. But as soon as you make that decision, it's like the floodgates will open and everything will go your way. And it's kind of like, what is it? I know they say something in the Bible, well, maybe not, but I can't think of it right now. But if you find a Bible reference, then let me know. But I know in the law of attraction, like, as soon as you make your demands known, the world will work to bring it to you. Ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, all that good stuff. So I know sometimes you may be saying, like, well, Amber, I know exactly what I want, but I'm still not getting it. Well, maybe there are certain subconscious beliefs that are preventing you from getting what you want. Because maybe some things have happened in your past that made you feel unworthy. Some things have happened in your past that made you feel you are not capable. Some things that may have happened that made you feel like you're undeserving. But until you're able to go through those roadblocks, and life will keep happening to you until you change your perception, until you find your truth, until you look in the mirror, until you stand your ground, until you face your demons and overcome them. And it's not ignoring them, it's not hiding them, it's not packing them away, it's dealing with them, facing them. Because once you face them, they will dissolve and you'll overcome them. And so then they lose their power. And sometimes the things that you want also just take time. Sometimes it takes patience to wait for the things to come to you. Just the same way as, I can't remember the person in the Bible. I think it was like David, who was supposed to be, no, it wasn't David. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the guy's name. But it was the guy, please correct me in the comments, but it was the guy in the Bible who had the dream, who had the Technicolor dream coat. I know it was a play, but anywho, the guy who was sold into slavery by his brothers and was like, I was supposed to be king, I was supposed to be a ruler, and he just went a whole roundabout way, and everything in his life just did not seem right. And he was like, yeah, you're not going to be a ruler. But it turns out everything worked out perfectly, because God had a plan for him. God had a way for him, and it worked out perfectly, and he was able to keep his family safe during times of famine. So even if you're waiting for your breakthrough, I would say be patient and just make sure you're doing your work. And that's one of the things that I love about health coaching, is because I help people either one, work through those roadblocks, or two, take their focus off of what they want. Because even in the law of attraction, when you are too focused on what you want, it takes longer for it to come to you. And it takes a long time for it to manifest, which is why they say if you want to master the law of attraction, you need to master your scriptures. You need to know thyself. You need to know who made you. You need to know their rules and learn how to play the game of life. And once you're able to understand, you'll be able to have more joy and more happiness. So, yeah, you can always get what you want, and it is always readily available to you as long as you decide that that's what you want, and you are able to overcome those mind blocks and barriers. And so if you find yourself stuck, if you need help, sure, you can go to therapy. Therapy is nice. Therapy helps, but therapy often works with you from the past and works with you from the past to the present, whereas coaching works with you from the present to the future, so that we can help you create the future that you want. And sometimes we touch on the past to get you to the future, and if there are just certain things that you can't overcome from the past, then I'm like, you need a therapist. I ain't going all that deep in there with you. That's not my thing. I'm here to get you from now to the future. If you want therapy, go get you a therapist. But if you want coaching, and if you understand the mechanics of it, I can help you. So yeah, if you need help, let me know. But that's pretty much it for today. Take care, y'all.